G'day, welcome back to Daily Endeavours for the 23rd of May. I'm Jackson, I've got a 15 steel bet. As always, there'll be timestamps in the description. If you don't want to go through all of these, you just want to get to one that you're stuck on, you just want to skip all the other shit. Alright, so we've got Humanoid Daedra, Stone Atronachs, Runestones from 5 nodes, Suite Furnishings, and then Enchanting 2 pieces of equipment. In my personal opinion, I think the best 3 to do is Humanoid Daedra, Suite Furnishings, and Enchanting 2 pieces of equipment. The order I would do is I would buy 2 glyphs and get an item, enchant the item with those 2 glyphs, go to a instance area, kill the Humanoid Daedra, I'll show you how, and then go to Suite Furnishings to your house with a little bit of preparation. I'm going to show you the preparation now for the Suite Furnishings, but I just want to point out I will do it last, even though it's one of the easiest. The way that you want to do it is just to save time and just less messing around. You can travel to your house whenever you're ready, so just do this other shit first and then do the house at the end, because when all this other stuff's done you can travel straight to your house, don't have to worry about the other shit. These two are, this one's okay, this one here I would only do it, fucking ignore this Craglorn bullshit. There's only one Stone Atronach and Craglorn and it comes from Ethereum Archive, which requires you to have a group. I would not bother with this one unless you specifically have Blackwood or High Isle. Either of those DLCs. If you don't have those, wouldn't even look at this one. It's shit otherwise. So, firstly, I'll just talk about the prep. So, what you want to look at first, while you level up a character, there is an item you can get through the leveling reward. I think like halfway through your levels, like level maybe the 20s to 30s, I'm not too familiar, but there is an option to either get an Imperial bookcase, an Imperial torch, I think, and an Imperial bed. This right here is the Imperial bed. This counts as a Suite Furnishing. If you already have this and you just have it on a character somewhere or in a house, this is something you can use to get the Suite Furnishings done. If you've got a house and this, that's all you need, just one. Just fast forward to the Suite Furnishings part. I just want to show you some prep you can do if you don't have a house or a Suite Furnishing. So let's just go through. I fucking picked a saw in my hand and now it's fucking bleeding more than my heart. Step 1, you want a house. If you come to this location here in Addon, Local Guard, this way shrine that you start with by default, you can come to this location. There is a lady here. I've already talked to her, so the quest isn't here. But you just talk to her, press the talk button a bunch of times, and then you'll complete a quest. The quest gives you a house. Which one you get depends on your alliance. So if you go into the map menu, just go houses, into collected here, you'll either have Mara's Kiss, Ebony Flask, or Rosy Lion. Just depends on which alliance you are. And all of these have the same thing. They just have a tiny little room with a candle in it. And so with those, you can now get a house. There's a house that's available for 100 gold. I'll show you where to go. So once you got that, you go down south a little bit, down to the boatswains over here. Oh, sorry, no, not that one. You want to travel to Sugar Claws over here, so it's just a little bit east or southeast of where you were before. So just talk to Sugar Claws, get her to take you to Kanathi's Roost. Now, obviously, if you've got the Wayshrine in Mistral, you can just use that. But if you haven't been to Kanathi's Roost before, this is how you get there. So from here, you just take a little bit of a trek north. Unfortunately, there's no houses that you can use for home tours to get here easier. I don't think there's any houses at all in Mistral, in Kanathi's Roost, sadly. Right, so this guy here, Melodique, this is who you want to talk to. I know they look like absolute shit, but these are counted as sweet items and they're only 100 gold. So you can just buy one of these, and that will also count for doing this endeavor. Because yeah, the middle thing there, so it says furnishing, suite bedding. The sweet part in the middle, that's what you're looking for. That sweet name, I guess. Might as well get the Wayshrine while you're here, because Melodique has some other furnishing types that might be helpful in the future. Right, so with that stuff out of the way, now we'll start getting through the other stuff. Right, so firstly, Humanoid Daedra. Sanguine's Demone, this is the sort of go-to place most people go to get Humanoid Daedra. This is in Shadowfen. There's a house up here somewhere. Let me look. Your ESP map's not working. Yeah, Anvil Domicile up here. Through home tours, you can travel to this house here, and then you'll unlock this Wayshrine by default, and then you can just travel over here. Yeah, so you'll have easy access from there. Inside Sanguine's Demone, some of the spots don't have Humanoid Daedra. I'll show you where they can be found mostly. Here you go. So Dremora here, Dremora there. And yeah, you just have to kill 5 of those. And there's tons of them. As you can see here, there's a big group of them right there. That will count as more than 5. And you go down this area here, and there's just tons of them in these hallways here. There's some in there, there's some in here, I believe. Some over here, some here. This area is Bestial Daedra. This area here doesn't have many. There's none in here. So mostly this area here is what you want to look at. But usually this is the place people go to get Dremora. So these things will be killed a lot of the time, but they do respawn quite quickly because people go through and they just clear this entire place out. I think there's also a few over there. Now there's 2 other places I would suggest. Firstly, you can try Dolmens. All Dolmens in this game have they've got like certain enemy types that spawn. I think it's based on like a pattern, like a cycle over time. Sometimes these can have tons of Dremora. Ziv can count, and they're a frequent enemy type that you find there as well. But it's entirely up to chance. Sometimes you will not see any Dremora at all. You'll see like undead, you'll see vampires, you'll see Bestial Daedra and shit like that. So it's unreliable. Sometimes these will be great, sometimes these can be completely useless for doing this endeavor. Now my personal favorite for this is Imperial City Prison. And the reason for this is it's instanced. So people know me, I'm a big advocate for instance places. Basically, other players can't come into this place and kill them if you're on your own. Because you've got your own version of this dungeon that nobody else can interact with if they're not in your group. And what that means is, as soon as you get in here, you'll rock up and there'll be a clump of Humanoid Daedra right in front of you here. And so you can kill these guys. And it means that you're not waiting for shit to respawn. You come in here, everything's ready to go as soon as you get in. So you just come in here, kill this group. The only issue is they are quite tough. On normal, you can handle this on your own. Just make sure you have a fair bit of healing. But yeah, they're more difficult to fight than Dolmens and stuff in Sanguine's Demoniers. But you get Humanoid Daedra over there. There's some Dremora, some Zivkin. And same thing over this side, so you can see Dremora over there. So there's more than 5 in here that you can kill, and it means that you're not spending more time like waiting for this shit to respawn. It's just really good to me, because you can just come in here, takes like 30 seconds to kill them, and then you can just make your way out. And the best thing about it is, when you go to the exit, you go back to wherever you were before. So if you use a way shrine to get there, you go in, you kill the enemies, you exit, and it takes you straight back to the way shrine, so you're spending even less time messing around, going out to go back to a way shrine and stuff. You can just do that and then do the other stuff. Alright, so enchanting equipment. So you're going to need 2 glyphs and you're going to need 1 piece of equipment. You can just enchant the same piece of equipment twice. Now what I suggest you do is buy some glyphs and then just enchant an item that you can just steal from the same room. So what I suggest you do is just come to the Vocal Guard, to this enchanting area here. Because upstairs there's a couple of weapons here that you can just steal when this person's not looking. And it just means you're not spending resources on your own stuff. So just take this thing here, go back down. Now you can just craft your own glyphs, but what I prefer to do instead is just go to the enchanter here, go down to monumental items and just buy 2 of these. They are a little bit expensive. Don't worry about that. You can just you can get like a low level character, buy some glyphs that way, and then do that, because glyphs at level 1 are a lot cheaper than they are at this level. So but still I just prefer buying those. And then from this point we've got stolen item here, we've got the 2 items here, and then just enchant over the top. Now the reason I do use 2 different ones is you can't enchant the same glyph on an item. Like if I put a frost one on, I couldn't put another frost one on, so it has to be 2 different ones. That's why I suggest buying 2 different glyphs. That's all you have to do for that one. Yeah, like I said, it does cost a little bit of gold, but we did get a bunch of gold the other day, and for how quickly you can just buy those glyphs and just get this done and just go about your day, I think it's really good. Personally, I think trading 500 gold to do an endeavor in like 20 seconds is well worth the cost. So in order to craft glyphs, you need a blue square one, green triangle one, and then a sort of brown circle one. As long as you can use the items, it doesn't matter what you use, any combo will work. It's not like alchemy, where there's certain ones that don't react properly. So yeah, you just need 5 of these. The only thing is, this one might require higher level in Enchanting, and in that case you just go the low level ones, which you can, or which you can also buy from the enchanters. But these two here, you can get these pretty frequently from, like, there will always be one green one and one brown one from Runestones, so you just need 2 Runestones. You need 5 anyway to get that endeavor done. But sometimes you won't get Jojota or Tide, you'll get like the other ones that require high level in Enchanting to use, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes the runes won't give you what you need. But in that case, if you need 5, you'll probably get 2 Jojota or whatever anyway, so it's usually not too bad. Okay, now I'll just travel quickly to our house. So you can just travel to it from anywhere, it doesn't cost you any gold. So yeah, as soon as you're done with 2 of the other endeavors, just go straight to this one. Assuming you're going to do it. Okay, so when you get in, so housing editor, bottom right there, you just hit that key. Browse at the bottom middle there, you just hit that key, and you go into your, place. And go down to Suite, you'll get your hay covered bed that you got before. Oh, I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you just need to make sure it's away from the entrance there. So you can just place it here. Alright, it's a little bit of a dog's breakfast, but yeah, you don't have to keep it there. You can, so what you can do is, once you've placed it, at the bottom left you'll see undo, you just press that, and then you press redo, and that also counts for placing it. So you just place it, and then do that a couple of times, and then you can either just pick it up and put it away if you don't like the look of it, or you can just keep it on the ground. I prefer keeping it on the ground, because if you do, if it's just on the floor like this, you just pick it up and then put it away, and then you can just keep using undo and redo to just place it super quick. So yeah, that's 3 endeavors, but I'll just show you what I would do for the other 2 if you want to do those. I don't recommend it, but you can. Okay, so this is a runestone. You'll be able to usually see these things from very far away because of the orange tint they put on the floor. There's not any other like node that tends to do that. I guess Sigil portals have a bright light, but they're not orange. Now, I don't think it's worth it getting the Keen Eye Runestones, because you'll see the orange tint far before you'll see the effect that it gives you when you're close by. So that's the only thing I don't really bother with. There's another one there. So just walk around the landscape. You'll find these things just in random spots. Is there a zone that's better for getting these than other ones? I don't think so. I think it just depends. It mainly just areas that you probably wouldn't see traveled to by other people. Like, people will usually go around Addon a fair bit more than they would say like places like the Rift. It's just, I don't know, people just travel around there less because if there's like a better place. Like Craglawn's great because there's just, this place is just stacked full of stuff and you can get Nerdcrux. But that being said, you can't get Nerdcrux from Runestones, so don't go there just for that. Yeah, there's another one there. So you see what I mean. You just go through, find these things. It'll take a few minutes. If you've got a fast mount, that's all you really need. Something that can help doing this quicker is Master Gatherer. This reduces the amount of time it takes you to harvest a rune by half. I think this should be, if I remember correctly, this will be reducing, like the amount of champion points you need for this will be reducing to 50 soon. That's good. Yeah, just travel around the landscape and you'll find these things eventually. The runestones never look any different. Yeah, there's another one. They used to be different versions, right? There used to be like a green one, a blue one, and a red one, and they used to give something like one of each, like a certain runestone. They wouldn't, a certain rune type. They wouldn't give you all of them. Yeah, fun fact for you. But that was long ago, like ages and ages ago. Back in like probably nearly 10 years ago now. Yeah, that would be all you need. So just 5. And as you can see, you just get a couple of yeah, we got a couple more Jojota, so you could just use that stuff there to make a couple of glyphs. And then you also get Mundane Rune. Now, a case can be made. You can do this very quickly with enchanting surveys. I don't have any on me. If you do enchanting writs, every writ gives you approximately a 10% chance to get a survey. And surveys give you 6 nodes. So what happens is, it's like a certain area in the zone that it tells you. And when you get there, it'll give you 6 runestones. The only thing they don't give you is mundane runes, which are a little bit... You can sell these for quite a bit, so you can make gold on the side doing that, but you won't get these from the survey nodes. So if you do this, there's a case to be made for just doing the natural nodes found in the wilderness, because you will get mundane runes from those. Yeah, it just depends. And if you want the add-on that shows them on the map here, it's called Lost Treasure. You can look it up just like whatever survey it is, and it'll show it on the map. I'll show it on the internet. There's like ESO Hub and all that sort of thing that shows you where to find them. But yeah, most surveys, like especially the older surveys, are easy to use compared to treasure maps. Okay, so now we get to the last and probably one of the most bizarre endeavors in the game. We've got Stone Atronachs. Now, have you seen this thing before? Don't worry if you haven't, because they are probably one of the most fucking uncommon enemies to encounter in the game. There's a couple of dungeons. If you've done, is it Moon? Is it Lair of Masterlock, or is it Moongrave Fane? I think it's one of those two. They're all over the place in those dungeons. There's one in Ethereal Archive. There are a couple of these things in some of the Craglorn dungeons, Falkreath Hold and Bloodroot Forge, and I imagine a couple of other places too. But that's kind of it for the most part. However, there is one... Oh, actually, no. There's one more place where you can find them good. So I think it is Amenos Basin, this world boss here. It's got like a mage that summons them. So that's one way you can get them without having to go through an entire fucking dungeon just to find them. Entire, like, DLC dungeons that are quite advanced. So you've got this option here. But there is something that trumps the lot. For as far as, like... Wow, stuttering like crazy. As far as Stone Atronach options go, compared to these other options here, I would not even bother. Because there's no good... instance areas. Like, you can do those dungeons, but you need a team, or you need to sweat your fucking ass off doing Moongrave Fane solo, all the way through doing like difficult bosses and shit just to get to your Stone Atronach. Or if you only have base game, you'd need to do Ethereal Archive 5 fucking times. Well, half the way through getting to the Stone Atronach. Fuck that. Just do the other options here. They're so much easier. But there is one thing I would... It's still like something that I would not even suggest doing, like consider, I suppose, is they're called Mirelurks. Blackwood, sorry, has them. Murkmire has them. I'm pretty sure these are the only two places that have them quite a bit. There is a boss version in the Silent Halls. Now, you don't need 5, you need 1. Because the thing that counts as Stone Atronach is summoned by them. So you can either use the Silent Halls, or you can find them here, or you can find them in Murkmire in a couple of places. There are, I believe there's also a boss. Is it Vunalk? I need to check Vunalk. Hang on. Yes, okay, so the boss of Vunalk is also a Myrgaunt. Did I say Mirelurk? Did I call... wait, stop. Stop that. Oh, your cat's biting my cords. So you've got the Myrgaunt from here, and then you've got a couple of Myrgaunts out here. That is what I would suggest, because they all summon totems. And these totems, for some bizarre reason, count as Stone Atronach. Okay, beautiful. So this is a Myrgaunt. So what you want to do is aggro one. Don't hurt it. Just focus on surviving. And when these things come up, that is what you're looking for. Yeah, they're quite annoying. They're quite obnoxious to deal with. So just bear with me here. So as you can see, that counted as a Stone Atronach. That counted as a Stone Atronach. So what you do is just let this guy chill. Let this guy get angry at you. But eventually he'll summon more of these stone totems. So the main attacks to watch out for are that you've got the hallway attack. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, so here's the stone totems. He's got the laser, that come from the stone totems that knock you in the air. And he's also got... He's got like this circular AoE that he spawns in front of him, and it travels outward. That's the other annoying attack, because that one there. So if that hits you, it holds you in place, and it deals a bunch of damage. That's the attack you want to avoid. And obviously the attack in front of him, that one there, that one's also brutal. So once you've done that, just leave. Please don't be one of those fucking smooth brains that kills this thing after fighting it, because that means other people will be inconvenienced having to wait for the fucking thing to respawn. Because these things do not respawn quickly. So if both of those are killed, it means that you're waiting... Other people are waiting for those fucking things to respawn. It's annoying. Please, if you're smart, you'll leave them alive for other people. Okay, so in order to get here for the first time, because the only way showing you start with the Blackwood is over here, all the fucking way over the other side of the map, there is a house. The house is... God, where is it? Here we go. Willow Pond Haven. So you can use home tours to travel to this house, and then you just travel up here. I think there's like a hill here somewhere that you can travel up, somewhere around there, and you can just make your way to Vunok Way Shrine. From there, you just go south, and you've got the 2 Mygaunts over this area, and then you've also got Silent Halls nearby. You can get the Way Shrine here to get there as well. And then you've got a Mygaunt there. And I'm pretty sure there's some more Mygaunts in this general area. I just haven't found them yet. But again, I will not bother with this one. It's fucking obnoxious. Because, yeah, there's no instance areas that are good. So that's everything. If you... Oh, shit, actually, sorry. Before I end the video, there is one more thing I missed. I said before there are no houses in Kanathi's Roost. Turns out I was wrong. There is a house. I don't know where it is. Here it is. Okay. There is actually Moonmirth House over here. So instead of using the boat swing like I showed you with Sugar Claws, you can use this with home tours and just travel up here. And then the guys up here. So it's quicker to do that, I think, than traveling via the boat swing, because it means you're just wasting less time. The one last thing I want to talk about, there's a boat somewhere here that travels to Seavale Spire, or is the location from Seavale Spire. You can use this via home tours to easily get to another option for housing, the Suite Endeavor. I was trying to remember where the housing person is. Oh, there they are. Okay. So here's the other option here. So in home tours, go browse homes. It's not a house that many people actually have, I think. It's fucking expensive as shit. See if I spy this one here. So travel to that one, go out the front door, and that will lead you to Betnik. And just across the way, across here, you can find the home goods finisher here, Rosica. She will also sell some hay, hay beds that you can also use to get the finishing endeavor done. So that's everything. So daily's done. If you have any questions, as always, you just put them in the comments. I'll give you guys a hand. But yeah, that's everything. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time, and take care.